Welcome back to Gamify This, the podcast game show featuring the artist, Samuel, the gamer, Sean, the nerd, Puzzle. Join us as we compete to come up with the best gamified solutions to our daily experiences on Gamify This. Welcome back to Gamify This. This is our first second part two-parter of the first part two-parter that we've ever done. So I don't know if we had the regular intro, if we had a last time on Gamify This or what, but welcome back.
I'm gonna hit you.
Okay, so since last time, a lot of things have happened. Sean lost his camera, Samuel got a haircut, and I put a blanket up in the office.
And it's only been a week.
It's only been a week. And we're different colors. I'm pink, Sean's green, Puzzle's purple. Even though Puzzle and I are in the same room, we have a partition now.
Also, Michael said something about how I have regressed.
Your camera has regressed.
No, I take that as a personal insult.
Well, you should.
Good.
You should be using your better camera. Take it as an insult. He left it in his car and his dad stole his car and is shopping with it.
Puzzle, I feel like I'm a little hilter-skelter.
What do you mean? I think your camera is perfectly balanced, as all things should be.
Well, except I don't know if we want a good balance of terrorism and peace. I think we should just have peace.
Okay, so it's hyperbolic, Sean, like all things should be.
Wait, I don't know about that.
Another note to the audience, if I look like I just woke up, it's because I did. I took a very good nap, a very deep nap, and I woke up after Samuel apparently called me 3 times.
5 times.
It said I had 3 missed calls, Samuel.
And I was gonna FaceTime you and Discord you.
Okay, they're going to.
It took me sending a thunder. I had to call God, and there was a loud rumble of thunder right on top of the house. It sounded like a cannon went off above the house.
Yikes.
There was a shockwave after that thunder. It was a boom.
Did that wake you up, Michael?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
That's why Samuel's saying he sent the thunder to me to wake me up.
Okay.
No, I think either a transformer exploded or a tree exploded. It was an explosion of some kind.
I remember the first time I saw a transformer blow up, I was like, I see it, you see it first, and then you hear it. So I'm like in the house, I see a loud flash outside. I'm like, that's going to be loud. And I was like, well, that was weird. Recently, I was downtown years later, and I was walking around, and I hear
Whoa.
And I look up just in time, because it's broad daylight. I've never seen something blow up in broad daylight.
Yeah.
And it's just like this. A cloud of smoke above the top of it. And yeah.
Top of the and
Michael saw a motorcycle explode one time.
Oh gosh. Yeah.
You did?
Yeah, it was crazy. I don't know if there was a wreck beforehand, but I was coming down the exit to our apartment at the time. It was a traffic light. It was a red light. The motorcycle was coming to a stop, and the guy jumped off the motorcycle and ran, and the motorcycle exploded. And there was a police car just 2 or 3 cars behind, and they turned on their lights and pulled over and like asked the motorcycle driver if they were okay. Like the motorcyclist pulled the motorcycle onto the curb thing. It's a weird intersection. I can't even begin to describe it, but pulled it where no traffic would be, which was very responsible. And he like did a sprint somersault thing into like a squat, and the motorcycle exploded, and he just sat there like this.
I would be so frustrated, because those are having a motorcycle.
It's like almost having a horse.
It's like almost having a horse, but without the emotional connection.
Well, no, that's the only thing that.
You mean without the emotional connection on the side of the motorcycle?
No, stop! You are wrong.
Oh no!
The wind of God.
Hey, Sean. Puzzle and I were talking about doing some skits.
Yeah.
Yeah,
comedy skits?
I want to do, and the place where we have the most traction, the most views, the most constant views, even without releasing stuff, is the family. And so we could come up with some really dumb stuff. And I'm going to make a live-action Larry Boy.
Yikes.
All about the origins of Larry Boy.
That's such a horrible idea. It'll have the vibes. It'll have the slightly nostalgic but also horrifyingly creepy vibes of the first Mario movie, I feel like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I really just want to really embrace making fun of how messed up nostalgia can be. Well, he's his day job, he's a plumber, but he's also a Sunday school teacher, and he tries to use vegetables for his demonstrations, and his main story is about a pickle named Goliath and a little asparagus named David, and the way he he goes through a lot of disappointment and stuff, and then his pickle that he always wants to use for his demonstrations, it becomes electrified and he takes on its DNA somehow, and he becomes the problem is it's a cucumber. It's a cucumber that he's trying to have as Goliath, but everyone's calling it a pickle. And so this cucumber does get pickled in this electric fire.
Larry the cucumber is a cucumber, then how is he demonstrating the story of David and Goliath with a cucumber?
No, he's a person.
What?
This is a guy named Lawrence. It's Lawrence, but he becomes Larry Boy. It is the origin story about the power pickle. And he starts using his plumbing skills to save the world and bring back Sunday school.
Bring back Sunday school.
Bring back Sunday school.
You know, I think this has the potential to go somewhere.
Okay, so welcome back to Gamify grocery shopping. I will give you a brief summary of what was. Are you okay, Sean?
So usually when we start Gamify This, I do like some crazy thing with my body. I didn't want to do that this time, so I'm just making a weird face.
Gotcha. Okay. So in the first in the first part of this episode, round 1, we covered the psychology of shopping and deciding what to put in your cart. And the solution to that was cart mentalizing. The problem was compulsion buying, and the solution was always put items in a cart, either the physical cart or the mental cart in your head, which can be either, however helps you, putting things into a note, putting things into an app like the Walmart app, whatever. Either putting it in the physical cart or putting it in a mental cart, but always putting every item that you are considering in a place so you don't feel it in the back of your mind annoying you for the rest of the shopping trip. Round 2 was budgeting. The problem was, how do I have the best deal, or how can I afford this? And the solution was very long and convoluted. It took about half an hour to 40 minutes, and Sean tried his best to summarize it, but I've written down here the solution is rounds and hub, 2 games, variety or precision. Variety helps the process. Bring a friend, intake outtake list, choose store based on budget.
Okay.
So
let me explain this.
No. So we're just moving on from that round because you did let me explain this 5 or 7 times. And do you remember? Do you know what it was? Do you remember?
I just wanted to say I was trying to summarize everything about the game we know. I forgot that we were doing a specific problem at this point, because at this point we were all drunk, dead, and tired.
Samuel was snoring.
Yeah.
He was.
That happened to me last night too, at the bar with a bunch of comedians standing around me.
Aw. I noticed you came home pretty early. Anyway,
okay.
So if you guys are ready, we're going to move on to round 3, which is Beat the Rush. Now, since this episode will be coming out near Thanksgiving, we're going to need to talk about the possibility of crowds, long lines, and things being out of stock, just the rush, the conflict of holiday shopping while you're also trying to do your normal shopping. So, I don't remember how we were doing it. How were we doing it in the first round? Because I wasn't giving you guys time to prepare. You guys were just discussing.
Yeah, we just discussed until we came up with a simple gamified solution to the problem.
To our daily problems on Gamify This.
Yes. My first question would be, choose whether you actually want to beat the rush. Because some people kind of thrive on the excitement and the flexibility. I think, like, for instance, a lot of people thrive on the chaos.
Yeah,
but
so character selection.
Mm-hmm. This would be in the menu in the hub. If it's a holiday, you get an extra option. about if you want to avoid the chaos or jump right into it. As far as beating the rush, I don't have any ideas on how to do that right now, except if you have like daily schedules and you know, like I'm going to go shopping on Thursday, try to do it earlier or later than when the normal body of people is going to show up.
Okay, so hoping that you have a flexible schedule so you can shop at not normal hours,
Yeah.
like at 10 a.m. But what about so one thing I was trying to do in the first half was make a one size fits all solution. I made that point when Sam was talking about always buying the highest quality foods. I was like, this won't work for someone with a lower budget. So this won't work for someone who has a normal work schedule, which is honestly most people. You know, normal work schedule is a wide range, but there's a solid range where people are off of work, and that tends to be early morning, late evening. So how would you help those who have to go during the rush and they know that they are not a person who enjoys that?
I know.
Okay,
go
so
ahead.
let's hear it.
So every Thanksgiving, I offer to make the traditional macaroni and cheese, which is a very traditional part of everyone's Thanksgiving dinner, apparently. I
Yeah.
chose this because I was like, this is not going to be sold out. This is going to be easy for me to get. Wrong! I could not find macaroni and cheese anywhere the first year I tried this, but I did find this gluten-free, vegan, healthy kind of noodle that I could make the macaroni and cheese with. And I can find that every year. Because I always wait till like the week of Thanksgiving to do my Thanksgiving shopping.
Okay, so your solution is buying unconventional things.
And then continuing to buy the unconventional thing. Look for what other people aren't looking for.
Okay.
And I call it
Sweet, I like the name.
putting your cart before the source.
Oh,
Ooh,
nice.
That was a
And
good
the source is the source material of traditional Thanksgiving dishes or whatever.
Sean, do you have anything to add or take away from that?
I wanted to add that you should understand what you want to buy ahead of time, especially for holidays, and you want to actually go shopping ahead of time. Like,
Okay, those especially the know what you're getting ahead of time was definitely covered in previous rounds, so we probably don't need to dwell on that too much. But what was the second thing you said?
the second thing I said was try to shop ahead of time. And this you can liken to, you know, the Among Us asteroid game that you were supposed to do on a
Wait.
ship where you
Among
see
Us?
the asteroids coming and then you shoot them?
So Galaga.
Beat Saber, Michael. It's like Beat Saber.
I think he's talking about,
You're talking about Space
Fruit
Invader.
Ninja.
Yeah,
But
Fruit
with
Ninja.
lightsabers and asteroids.
Fruit Ninja's a
Yeah.
good analogy where you see a week ahead of time that you're going to need so many ingredients for your Thanksgiving dinner and you're going to run out of toilet paper because your house is going to explode because of COVID, because that's how gas pipelines work, okay? So you see crises coming, you see
Christ is
family
coming.
holidays
Christ is
coming.
coming.
Christ is coming.
Hallelujah.
Oh, it's almost time for Advent.
Ah!
Anyway, the quicker you can get out there, the more points you get. Every day, between when you notice what you're going to need and when you go to the store to get those things, the point value decreases for that accomplishment. So you're going to get the most points by going the earliest or the closest to when you realize you're going to need those things.
So you're
Yeah.
saying Samuel's idea is shop for unconventional things, and your idea is shop at unconventional times.
Well, that is part of it.
No.
Oh, I'm wrong.
It's a
I would
half-baked idea. Ha 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 ha. Food pun. Cooking for Thanksgiving.
Shop at unconventional times if you can afford it, Michael. That's one thing you can do. Shop early is the more possible thing.
I was trying to say it's unconventional to shop for Thanksgiving dinner early.
Oh, okay. Well, in that case, yeah. However many days between when you realize what you need and when you're actually going to need it, each day is 1 point. So, like, if you realize it 7 days before you're going to need it, there are 7 possible points you can get for going to the store and getting those things. However, the closer you get to the time you're actually going to need it, you're going to lose 1 point per day. So if you get it 3 days before Thanksgiving, you only get 3 points.
Okay,
And
that
this
makes
is
sense. So
doing-
1 point per day in advance.
Yeah.
So I put down as a solution, you get 1 point per day in advance, so shop early. Also, buy unconventional things to avoid the rush.
Yeah.
Nice, I like it. The article that I found by howstuffworks.com, a couple of points that I liked that neither of you brought up was, here we are in the technology age, 2024, we can shop our groceries from home. We can get them delivered or go get them trunk pickup, like at Walmart, Target. We can even deliver fresh produce with Amazon. That would be giving other people extra work around the holidays, which, like, you can have your own moral opinions about that. But if you are a person, maybe not us three, but if you're a person with extreme anxiety in crowds, and it will be crowded during this time, there are people who are being paid to fulfill those services.
I'm anxious about someone coming to my house that I do not know.
Not a good solution for you.
So here's the thing.
We can put this in level selection.
I was thinking yes. Absolutely put that down as level selection. Shape to ship. That's when you really need to know what shipping is like at that time and plan accordingly. Because come Christmas and stuff, things are suddenly delayed far beyond what they're estimated. We're having to really talk about strategies going into the competition and stuff at my store. They're talking about any of these, wood play sets, things that parents want to buy for their families this time of year. If you order in November, it will be there before Christmas. Like, they have to give that guarantee.
Right. Yeah. They have to get it so far in advance. Okay, sweet. Those were some solid points, Samuel, and you got some solid points for that. Another thing that they brought up, which is very akin to what you brought up, is shopping in unconventional places or shopping at stores you don't normally shop at. A more local supermarket, I forget the word for it, but like a cultural
street vendor.
Yes, or a culture-specific market like the Hispanic market we had near our apartment, stuff like that.
Yeah, that was very unconventional.
They tend not to be very crowded, and they tend to have very high-quality stuff, especially the produce, because it tends to be more naturally grown, and it'll last longer in your fridge. So if you're taking Sean's method, where you're buying farther ahead of time, you can get the more fresh stuff at a more real place compared to like Walmart or Target or Amazon.
My Mexican friend will call in sick to work and say, "I can't come in. I ate a burrito last night and I'm still on the toilet." And I'm just gonna be like, "Dude, don't make me more racist than I already am. Stop getting your food from Mexican food trucks."
Okay, but one concern I would have with that would be how affordable are local markets?
They tend to be more affordable. I mean,
oh really?
So it depends on the stuff. Like, yeah, so like if you compare apples to apples, they're a little more expensive, but they're bigger and they're more nutritious. They're not pumped full of preservatives and stuff, which ironically enough, some preservatives make things age faster, which is just hilarious, depending on how you store them and stuff. But like we got massive avocados, massive mangoes, stuff like that for a couple cents cheaper per pound.
Like better value.
Yeah, we were getting bigger things per pound, so we were spending more, but we were getting larger items.
Okay.
So it felt worth it. But then also they have like smaller companies, more local companies that make, like, let's say chips, tortillas, packaged goods like that aren't name brand or common brand, that were just cheaper.
Can I bring up the topic of thrifting? Bought some big chunk of furniture for my bedroom because I'm redecorating it from Ross.
Oh yeah, Ross.
Which is a good place to go to get a lot of cheaper stuff. I also bought a pair of tennis shoes that I wasn't sure were going to fit me, but were same quality as the kind of shoes I like to buy. A lot bouncier. Puzzle's never seen me in them since, because they don't fit me. But it was really fun for that first day.
I thought you were so excited about them fitting you.
Yes.
Yikes. Amen.
That was round 3, Beat the Rush. So let me just summarize real quick. The problem is during holidays, there are more people and things are out of stock. And the solution is you get 1 point per day in advance, so shop early, buy unconventional things to avoid the rush. And there are side points with character selection will determine when you go shopping, and level select will determine where you do the shopping.
Wait, did you say character select will determine when you go shopping?
Yes.
Okay. Well, it'll also determine if you want to jump in the chaos or not.
Yeah, like, are you jumping in? Depending on your character, if you are a person who can shop at 10 or 11 a.m. when everyone is at work or on lunch break, go for it. But if you're not that character, you may not have that option choice. So, are you guys ready for the pop quiz? The favorite part of the episode where the audience can engage. I forgot to mention that in Ghost Hunting, that the audience is supposed to check it out on Spotify. But hey, if you're watching or listening on Spotify, you can answer this question before we do and compare your answer to us and the correct.
Excuse me.
You can compare your answer to us and the correct solution. See if you're smarter than us or not. The question. Samuel, are you playing Duolingo or are you going to be able to answer this question? The question is, how much time does the average American spend in a grocery shopping trip? A, 40 minutes. B, 60 minutes. C, 90 minutes. I'll give you guys a couple seconds to think about it, and I'll count from 3 to 1, and then you'll say the letter, not number, the letter of your answer. Do you have your solutions?
Yep.
Yes,
All
sir.
right. 3, 2, 1.
A, 40.
And Sean texted me C. All right. So, on average, Americans spend 40 minutes in a grocery shopping. 40 minutes in a grocery store per trip. A survey by Drive Research found that the distribution of time spent in a grocery store is 35% of people spend less than 30 minutes, 39% of people spend 30 to 44 minutes, and 27% of people spend a little over 45 minutes.
Do you know how I knew this?
So the median range is 40 minutes, yeah?
Because on average, I spend 60 minutes in the store, and whoever I park next to is not the person there when I go back out to my car. And on average, I go into the store, and the people get changed out in that 60 minutes.
Yeah, I'm normally in and out of a store in about half an hour, but that's because I'm very analytical and I create a plan before I go.
And that would make it harder for you to gauge how long other people are, because you only have enough time to think about yourself.
Whoa.
Well then, okay, that's definitely an opinion.
And both of us go back to our car lonely because the girl who parked next to us isn't there.
Okay, I was about to take points away for you for being mean, but now you're sad. All right, Samuel gets the 10 extra points.
Take more points. Take more points. Take more.
No.
Make him sad. 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 Make him sad.
So Samuel gets 10 points for getting the pop quiz right. All right, Samuel, you're really good at standing still. I can't tell if your camera's frozen or if you're doing that. Oh, his eyes are moving. Okay.
Okay.
I'm working on it.
That was really good.
I was drooling almost.
Okay, do you want me to tell you what ChatGPT thought that your guys' solutions were going to be for the time management round? They said that Samuel is going to incorporate creative strategies for time efficiency, such as identifying high traffic areas in the store or using unconventional shopping methods, which Samuel did. And it assumed that Sean was going to gamify the store layout as a map with checkpoints and obstacles, and the player must optimize their route to get through the store quickly. That sounds more like a me thing and less like a Sean thing, I'm going to be honest.
I have done that before, though.
Yeah.
Not with this game, but with different ones.
True. All right, so...
I've noticed so far, I don't know if you guys have, but I've noticed so far, Season 2 has been a lot different from Season 1. Because Season 1, we were just coming up with games, like video games, and then ads for it.
I don't know if it's better or worse for me. Michael, what's that face mean?
I don't know if it's better or worse.
I mean, I'm going to have like a huge scar across my face,
Sean.
like this, and one eye is going to be going out to the side.
You almost always put things in tautologies or not necessarily, or, oh, that's okay.
And there's gonna be like stuff floating around.
That's
the
because I'm
room,
being
too,
funny.
because
That's not
the
because
future.
I'm trying to say something meaningful to you, because I know you won't take it as anything meaningful because
I
you
don't have
do that.
feelings.
Well, it doesn't sound like it now.
And Puzzle will upload himself to the cloud. And Sean
No.
is just gonna be an amoeba of feelings sitting in a gamer chair, going squish squash and grabbing potato chips from the air.
Michael, I know you have feelings. I just got mad because you said that I know nothing and it's always because of how I speak.
That's my sad face up close.
Well, that happens when you insult people.
I didn't insult you. I just thought it was funny that oftentimes on the podcast while we're recording, if you disagree with something, you don't outright state it. You're just like, well, maybe not. Or, oh, yeah, or no. Like, it's better or worse.
That's fair. I think that is particularly because I'm conflict averse.
Mm-hmm.
And I get scared of, beating people.
I think Samuel is getting vacuumed into the camera. The microphone looks tiny next to you.
I noticed that. That's weird. Is it because I'm having an aneurysm?
Were you holding your breath?
Wow.
Okay, so for this round, I want you guys to make it as gamey as possible. Make sure to talk about points. Make sure to talk about things and other stuff and gamify boo 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 dee, blah blah blah. Because Samuel thinks that this episode is no good and that this season is no good and that we need to go back to our old ways or else we're going to just regress until we devolve into just a little shrimp in the ground and grow into a beautiful shrimp tree.
I think all he said was that it's different, and I'm like, I think it's better or worse. I don't know. It is and isn't.
All right, so round 4 is dietary restrictions. The problem is navigating dietary restrictions while gathering ingredients for Thanksgiving. Anyone have any immediate thoughts on that?
I say my diet is based on my budget, so I cannot afford to be fire farting forever. That toilet paper, that stainless steel toilet paper you're gonna need for fire farts.
Stainless steel
He's
toilet
talking about
paper?
steel wool. Wipe with steel wool.
Ah!
Find the chewiest turkey. No one else is gonna buy it, but it's okay to eat it. Find the chewiest turkey so that it is gamey as possible.
No, that's not what I...
That was amazing.
That's not what I meant by making it.
Put it in your freezer a year early after the turkey's like gone on sale after Thanksgiving, and it's gonna be in your freezer for a year. And then when you thaw it, it's gonna be more gamey than you can comprehend. Then you can gobble, 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 and it'll take several swallows. Did I do it right? Do I get 10 points?
I give you 5 points for being hilarious, but
Okay, Michael.
This is categorized
I have
a
an
comedy
idea.
show.
yeah.
This approach is going to take into account both dieting and budget. And
Okay.
the way you're going to do this is you're going to think of it like golf. Every time Give me a second.
Oh no!
Give me a second.
Hey, if you need to research or get an AI to summarize your ideas, you may do those things. We do have tools that can help us.
Okay, Michael, I'm ready to try my idea again. So every time you get a less healthy item because of budget reasons, that's like doing one stroke in golf.
Okay.
And so you're trying to get to the end with as little strokes as possible.
Okay.
Sorry, don't think about that sign in the resort. Just don't do it.
I was just thinking, chai without very much.
Yeah.
Dude, this is going to be a very short episode if we cut all the inappropriate stuff out.
After 4, grab a.
After 4, pick up the give a penalty.
Stop!
That sign was horrible. Anyway, we're cutting that out. Act like none of that was said. Continue.
You have a par bar on the top as you're going grocery shopping. And
Okay.
you're trying to hit like however many strokes for this hole. However many putts for this stroke. And and you're gonna wanna I have such a good idea. I just can't words. You set a goal for yourself. A par bar.
Okay,
And-
par bar. I love par bar.
We love the par bar.
Okay.
So much fun.
And you set as many strokes as you think you can have
On the par bar.
on the par bar. You're gonna want to try and hit par or lower when you get to the end of the course. That's when you leave the store. You want to leave the store with as many healthy items as possible with the least amount of compromise. But you're gonna need to do some compromises to get you a little further. So the
Remember, this was about allergies and dietary restrictions, not about expensive things.
allergies.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Michael.
Oh, I forgot I'm the host. Yeah, so you can keep that par bar idea. I like the par bar idea, but you take a massive stroke. You take a massive penalty if you you take a massive penalty if you're bringing a food that is a detriment to someone else's health, or a food that they're just gonna have to avoid. Either way, it's a bad day for them. They're gonna eat a food that's bad for them, or they're gonna not be able to partake in eating it.
Like
So-
if you have a wife and you kill her with a peanut.
No, stop. No. If you have a wife and you kill her with a peanut.
Oh.
If you bring foods that people can't eat, they're going to be unhappy
Okay.
or in gastrointestinal distress like I have been for the past week and a half because the refrigerator's broken and I'm eating spoiled food all the time. Sean, Samuel, I need you to talk, Samuel.
Some people will have spiritual distress over certain things. Okay. Somebody there who is really opposed to alcohol. Well, sparkling grape juice is really good. Okay. I like to pretend it is after I've had a few drugs. I can enjoy it.
Huh?
And then there's regular cider special cider that's not hard. You gotta know, like, okay, I gotta make something. You gotta get creative. So buy a turkey that's vegan friendly.
What?
Buy a turkey that's gluten free, and it is also healthy. So, ChatGPT.
your whole plan is so ChatGPT.
Well, my whole plan is figure out what all those things are, realize you have to make it yourself, and that you're gonna have to buy the ingredients for it, and then explain that to ChatGPT so she can put it together for you to do that.
Okay, Michael, I have an idea.
One more thing. I wasn't done.
Okay.
The dinner bell rings, and every time the bell rings, a vegan gets his beans because they're gonna have to eat that.
What the frick?
That's so stupid.
I love it.
Do I get points for being stupid?
Mm-mm.
Michael,
Yeah.
I have an idea.
Yeah.
So you are going to be going through this scary environment with all of these obstacles that you need to avoid. The obstacles being like sharp rocks, weird rivers, snakes, whatever. Those are the things that you or the person you're living with do not like, or it's going to kill them.
Hazards. Okay.
Hazards. And you get a point every time you were tempted to buy something and you didn't because one of you wouldn't like it. And you get an extra 5 points at the start for talking to the person, and an extra 5 points for talking to yourself, actually figuring out what these obstacles are, where they are, charting them loose. Sorry,
Sean, you
turned my
just
microphone
muted
off.
yourself. You muted.
Give me a second. Can you see this?
No.
Oh no.
Hang on, hold it still. Let me show it. Sean, it's literally a blank page. Look at the screenshot. It's literally a blank page.
Oh no.
The audience will see it though. Explain it to them.
All right. So I've drawn a circle with dots on it. This is the simple thing. You have a map before you go into the store. And when you talk to yourself and write down or remember the things that you don't like or are going to kill you, and talk to your, the people you live with. Every time you do that, every specific thing you want to avoid is charted out as an obstacle so that it's a lot easier to avoid them. So this way you get extra points for preparing, like just 5 points flat out. And you are more likely to get points when you're in the store because you're more likely to avoid these obstacles.
Perfect. I want to tell you guys something really funny. ChatGPT suggested that Samuel's approach would be developing a visual safe zone map, marking aisles with products that you need to avoid. And Sean's approach would be finding ingredient substitutes while sticking to the original meal concept.
As the other way around.
Y'all did opposite. You had those exact ideas, but you did the opposite. Sean came up with a map, and Samuel was talking about the substitutes.
Have you given it information about us?
No.
Does it know where I live?
No. Where does Samuel live? Oh no.
What does it say? I'm really curious what it was.
Okay, so this was the final round, the dietary restrictions
I
round.
wonder where I live. I'm scared to know where I live now. I hope it's not scary.
Look out the window.
Puzzle said the prayer that the expert said to say, and then a face showed up in my window.
Yeah.
But it wasn't true.
All right, so I'm gonna tally up the points.
So I had a few more levels to this. There's a lively list. That's something that you can make to help you really have a concise list. There's preliminary pricing. That's where you know way ahead of the holiday season what there's going to be. There's build to budget. That means you've already figured out how much you're going to buy and then how much you're going to make for yourself. And that's because the internet thought that it thought that I was looking for a solution for Christmas specifically, meaning like Christmas presents and that sort of thing, which we didn't say we were exclusively talking about food. No, we said grocery shopping.
This is Gamify Grocery Shopping Part 2.
And then the last one was shape to ship. That means you understand what the shipping schedule is going to be like, and you have sort of a plan about that stuff.
I see, Sean. Your solution has actual backing on online.
So this article supports both the idea of going earlier and the idea of going with the not stereotypical stuff. So like it suggests, getting a ham for Thanksgiving or something, which is a lot closer to Samuel's idea, and also says, yeah, go early, like a few days before the rush is going to happen.
Oh my gosh, guys, you're not going to believe it.
We're going to have to do a round 3 because
the final scores have been tallied up, and it looks like there's a 1-point difference. Sean ended this game with 49 points, and Samuel ended this game with 48 points. Sean was this game's winner. Sean's battle cry, apparently.
he was about to quit the whole Gamify This experience.
No,
he was bracing himself.
No, I was ready for you to be like, it looks like Sean's gonna win, but no, Samuel got 50. 50. Did that last article get me points?
Yes.
Oh, how many?
5. I told you there's a 5-point research bonus. You were going to lose with 44 points and Samuel's 48, but you actually backed up yours with research.
Oh my gosh. That was a split-second decision 5 seconds before we ended.
Anyway, tune in next episode to hear Sean host an episode for the first time in a very long time. I think the last one he hosted was Anger, which was 4 episodes ago. Sean's going to come back with full fury and rage and host an episode for us.
Oh, yeah.
Follow Puzzle on Puzzle MTM on YouTube and Twitch and everywhere else. And follow Sean on
Oh, I thought we'd take turns to go around circle.
Follow Sean at 10tinypotatoes.com. Sorry.
And follow Samuel on Moser Meadows Records on YouTube, Samuel Claus Tuner on Instagram. And as we always say at the end of these episodes,
I'm the host. I have to say that. Thank you for saying those socials, Mr. Moser. And as we always say at the end of these episodes,
Game over.